Thank y'all for coming. My mind, I'm gonna leave it behind. I'm gonna leave it behind, baby. I'm gonna leave it behind. Once I cross that Virginia line, I'm gonna leave it behind. Take a breath and hold a breath and blow it in the wind. Flash a shaky tooth, they grin to explain the shape I'm in. Moving up the mountain, but I can't find no place to stay. Always been okay, even when I ain't okay. I'm gonna leave it behind, baby. I'm gonna leave it behind. It's just a thought that crossed my mind. I'm gonna leave it behind. I'm gonna leave it behind, baby. I'm gonna leave it behind. Once I cross that Virginia line, I'm gonna leave it behind. To explain, nothing to complain. It's just the wind and rain. Some men hold and some men fold, and some fall in between. Some they build up steam, while some just up and leave. I'm gonna leave it behind, baby. I'm gonna leave it behind. Thought that crossed my mind. I'm gonna leave it behind. I'm gonna leave it behind, sugar. I'm gonna leave it behind. Once I cross that Virginia line, I'm gonna leave it behind. Oh, once I cross that Virginia line, I'm gonna leave it behind. So, one and done. You want to come back up? And, no vampire? Sure.
Oh, you
yeah.
Tell me that.
I didn't. We're practicing being as uncomfortable as we can be, so you feel more comfortable, because we're those kind of Southern Catholic boys. Southern Catholic. For tonight, he's Southern Catholic. Sure, why not? It's show business. Sure, you got to pick it up. But, sorry.
That's okay.
I kind of did. Yeah. My bad. So anyway, I'm working on the whole dedication thing. So I figured I'm not going to really succeed as a storyteller, but this is going to be an early pioneer of professional dedicators. This is early stage of that, so just know you guys are kind of the guinea pigs here. So I'd like to dedicate this one to anybody who's ever been in a relationship with a vampire. And just because you like to bite each other doesn't mean you're necessarily a vampire. But it may be a little bit of a red flag, so maybe one morning you're brushing your teeth and slide up next to your partner in the mirror. You may not like what you don't see, but... And just so you know, if you've never been in a relationship with a vampire, there's a decent chance it's you. So, but you'll have no remorse. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Whipping the shirts and the flame on the torch, standing there swagging and almost got scorched, swooning there under the moon. I thought it was the rain that was licking my neck, sharp silver tongue couldn't keep her in check. How does a vampire self-reflect 1,000 years looking for you? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when a man's got nothing to lose? I gave it all away there late last night, heart filled with ice and chest got tight. My skin was a sizzling when I woke up in the light, wasn't a damn thing I could do. I saw your truth in your lipstick case, love was a splattered all over your place. I could live forever just looking at your face like all the other blood bags do. Baby, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when a man's got nothing to lose? What you gonna do? In a big wicker basket, a tisket, a tasket, the gift of a casket. The oldest question here and old enough to ask it. 10,000 more years to study every facet, and it's still more blood that we choose. Baby, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when a man's got nothing to lose? Baby, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when a man's got nothing to lose? When that man's got nothing to lose? When your man's got nothing to lose? Thank you. We're going to tighten this up for the next time.
Can I leave now, Kenny?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I don't know. Ask the teacher. Do you need to go? It needs a super long hall pass to go up to the bathroom. He says he's going to the bathroom, but he's just going to sit up there and brood how I made him look bad. This is all songs about high school anyway. I'm just kind of working it out. There's a few middle school songs in here. If anybody never got over middle school, elementary school, sort of a therapy session for all of us. But I don't know, you guys are drinking. I don't know if you can charge me for this session. Not even in North Carolina. You could just call yourself life coaches and get away with all of it. Are there any life coaches in Asheville? Any life coaches? See, third song, not even third song, I'm alienating the hell out of you. Because I'm just pro like that, you know? Been doing this a long time. All right, so I guess it's appropriate to do the cocaine song after the vampire song. They're pretty interchangeable. I've met both in a lot of bathrooms, dark hallways. They both get their claws in you and you can't get them out. Don't know what the hell happened. You're like, whoa. In a relationship you don't really want to be in and there's nothing you can do about it and you lose all your money. Sorry, it's Thursday. I don't want to bring you down like it's Friday. All right, here's another dedication. This one's dedicated to the bathrooms of Raleigh of the 80s. wish I could drink just a little. I wish I could drink just a little, but a little is more than I'm down at the store, knocking on your door for some cocaine. I wish I could take a little taste, babe, to put me in just the right place, babe, but a little bit of taste puts a look on my face. I'm on a train that leads me to cocaine. That love, babe, and I need a little bit more love, babe. Then I love you too much, and I'm cussing your touch. Ain't that a little like cocaine? I wanna make my whole life a new mess now, dancing with the lady in a white dress now. Then I'm stuck on the rail with the shovel and a pail, on the walking train into St. James. That love, babe, and I need a little bit more love, babe. And I love you too much, and I'm cussing your touch. Ain't that a little like cocaine? Let me go, goddamn it. Let me go to the banks of the sea. Let me jump in the water, can't swim any harder. Dirty water, Jimmy's daughter, and cocaine. Dirty water, Jimmy's daughter, and cocaine. Dirty water, Jimmy's daughter, and cocaine. Thank you so much. So I grew up not too far from here in upstate South Carolina, and you know, like she said, I live in upstate New York. Well, I live in the mid-Hudson Valley, New York, and in New York State, they don't believe there's another upstate. They're like, you're lying, you just made that shit up. But I had to tell them that, no, there is. And I'm living proof. And it's not like a vague thing. It's like, you know where upstate starts as opposed to upstate New York, where it's like, where is it, you know? Just like, what's the throughway, you know? Where does it end? Where does it go left? And I found out in New York City, everything is upstate. So, like, if it's not New York City, it may have something to do with the world revolving around it. Sorry, New York City people. It's all from points there on. So anyway, in upstate South Carolina, kind of football is king, obviously, and high school football is second place, Prince. And so in my hometown on a Friday night, there was not a single cop anywhere to be found except for at the game. It's like so, whether it was like local PD or sheriff's patrol or a highway patrol or just Clemson cops getting some extra work in and some practice, you know, for free, or just friends of yours who like to wear fatigues and boots and carry guns. They were all at the game getting work. So if you got into trouble in my hometown on a Friday night, you were kind of a dumbass. Like, you had to work real hard at it. And if you got in trouble at the game on a Friday night, you were extra special dumbass. And not that I know anybody who did that. So anyway, this one's dedicated to Phil, the downtown cop. There's a couple of you from South Carolina. It's also dedicated to my half season of 7th grade football that I've made it through, the first half, that is. Because I'm big, but I'm pretty damn weak. Sure, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong with you. windows out. All I wanna do is drive around town. I don't know what you've been wishing for. I don't know what love is anyway. Meet me in the alley by the store. I don't wanna work here anyway. Baby, there's a game tonight, so there won't be a cop inside. All I wanna do is drive around town, make some rock and roll, fog your windows out. All I wanna do is drive around town. Hey! Sorry. I got so into the dedications that I forgot to teach you the cheer. Just a little cheer Tourette's here. I think it goes something like, be aggressive, be very aggressive. I was actually playing in Durham, North Carolina recently, and up on the drink board behind the bar, right next to the regular drinks, they had a sign that said spirit-free drinks, and I thought, this is not the place for this song, because this song got spirit. Yes, it do. How about you? Baby, there's a game tonight, there won't be a cop inside. All I want to do is drive around town, make some rock and roll, fog your windows out. All I want to do is drive around town. All I want to do is drive around town. All I want to do is drive around town. All right. The birds are out. I think they're friendly. All right. These walls are uneven, narrow stairs split house. The doors are all crooked and the floor's pitching south. This place gets me dizzy, and I don't think it's the walls. Could be Lizzie looking at me like a ghost. But just be careful, you know, playing up. So this one's also dedicated to my buddy Lazarus, the squirrel. That's what I named him, Lazarus. It's a cautionary tale. There's two squirrels playing up high in a tree, must have been about 45 feet. Well, one looked down as the other hit the ground, said it's sad, but I'm glad it ain't me. That's bad, but I'm glad it ain't me. Would you guys like to hear about the time I got fired from the whistling factory? Apparently, it's probably not a good idea to eat crackers in your work shirt the night before. They state the zero tolerance policy for crackers at the whistling factory. Snow White was my boss, and she was kind of shitty. I don't care what they say on the Disney shows. She had Grumpy and Dopey. Sorry. Working for it. I think they were in charge of like putting in the little, like the airport sensor scanner things, so like it, but it was like a cracker detector, and they totally busted it. Of course, like all innocent men, they go to prison. It's like, no, not me. There's two crows flying high up in the sky. See a hunter shoot a turkey in the brush. Well, one says hush to the other, don't you fuss. It's sad, but I'm glad it ain't us. That's bad, but be glad it ain't us. Sorry. Shit. Wait a second, I know I got fired. It was the union. So I gotta stop and tell you this. It's too hard to have this kind of epiphany in play. This isn't an epiphany anyway. It's a Gibson, a real Gibson. That's old redneck joke. Man, you got one of them epiphanies. Anyway, so that's kind of a bluegrass joke. So anyway, what it was I was getting tired of getting yelled at for laughing on the job at the whistling factory. And oh, by the way, somebody asked me the other night, and they were like, did you guys make whistles at the whistling factory? And I was like, no, that would put us out of work. Are you stupid? I didn't say that to him, but that's what I'm thinking. No, job security, I think I said. So anyway, so I formed this union to get us this break room, so where we could go, make jokes and laugh on the job and not get in trouble, And eventually, all these people without a sense of humor would kind of, try to saddle up to us in the break room and try to make jokes and laugh and stuff. We weren't having it. And it's kind of like it was kind of like the smoking in the smokers section and smokers at your job, where the non-smokers pick up a resentment because the smokers are getting more breaks. So the people with a sense of humor were getting a lot more breaks in the break room. And so all the people without a sense of humor are picking up a resentment. Like I said, they'd saddle up to us and go, hey, that's a funny joke. And they'd say things like, oh, that's funny. And anybody who just says that's funny when you make a joke, they either are being an asshole or they have no sense of humor. So, and these people were both. So I had to kind of tell on them. Because times were tough, and I'm not one to tell on people and get them. Oh, wait a second, am I a whistleblower? I just realized that is new. I'll remember that for tomorrow. Apparently, I'm a whistleblower. But I didn't do it in secret. I just got these assholes fired. They got fired and went on to become cops or whatever. Somebody else was out of So anyway, times were tough, and then so. Apparently that's why they got fired. It was like their kind of roundabout way of busting up the union, and the guy who started the union laughing. So eventually I had left, and earlier on Andrew Bird had left the whistling factory to go on to bigger and better things. Became sort of a pro at the whole thing. And then it was just Snow White and Dumpy and Grumpy and Dopey, or whatever the names were. Eventually the factory closed down, and Snow White moved back down to Georgia and opened up a couple CrossFits, and Dopey went back to Kentucky and took over his position in the Senate. Roby, as you know what happened to Roby, well, he's running again. A real stepping stone kind of job there. You get a leg up at that place, apparently. This one's dedicated to Gropey, this next verse. There's a lonely man living on the top of the hill. He's got a lot of dough he don't need. Sees a little kid starving on the television screen. Said it's sad, but I'm glad it ain't me. That's bad, but what's it got to do with me? If you could talk to they say to you? Would they say, hey, we're all just animals? What's the use in all that to do? If I could talk to the animals, what would they say to me? They say you done bad with all that you had. It's sad and I'm glad it ain't me. Y'all people done bad with all that you had. It's sad and I'm glad it ain't me. All right, I'm going to do this next song dedicated to my friend Neil. Neil Casale was a fantastic singer-songwriter, and he also played with so many different acts over the years. Chris Robinson Brotherhood, and Ryan Adams and the Cardinals, and was on Willie Nelson records with Ryan and other folks, and played with members of the Dead, and just so many people. And I'm constantly making connections, even though Neil passed away. Actually, Neil, Saturday will be 4 years when Neil passed away. And I've met so many people and made so many connections, even when Neil was alive and even in his passing. I mean, Tyler and I were talking about it earlier, how he met Neil. And he's just a fantastic person. So in the wake of Neil's passing, the Neil Casale Music Foundation was formed, and the two main missions of the foundation is to raise money to buy instruments for school music programs, because there's obviously not enough funding for that these days. And then the other mission of the foundation is to help facilitate mental health care and addiction recovery, suicide prevention for traveling musicians and music business professionals, which we need as well. So another thing that happened in the wake of Neil's passing was a 41-song tribute record called Highway Butterfly came out, and it was produced by Dave Schools and Jim Scott, and it had tons of folks playing on it, like 100 and something different musicians, all folks who had some kind of connection with Neil, and then different vocalists, members of the Grateful Dead. Dave Schools is on it, Tedeschi Trucks, Billy Strings, Jay Mascis from Dinosaur Jr., His Cold Messenger, just all kinds of great folks. And I was privileged to be able to, and honored to be able to do this next song with friends of Neil's and people who ended up being on my Reservoir record. And Amy Helm also sang this song with me on the record. So. Can you remember the way it used to be? It stops and breakdown lanes and rain, or we wouldn't be. To call it a day. We didn't need much to say to explain it away. Opening doors for me all over town. It's just too bad that I won't be around. Now plain Jane, send me flowers or a postcard. I won't turn you down again. Say it ain't warm enough, and I'm just burning up. Going down with the dark. I moving too fast? Did I come back too soon? Is it too much to ask of you? Sometimes just being alive is enough. Money don't matter to me, just send me your love. I'm leaving as the crow flies, I'm coming, we don't even need to talk. But anything, we can just let it ring. There's so much I could breathe. Is it too much to ask of you? Am I moving too fast? Did I come back too soon? Is it too much to ask of you? You guys hanging in there? Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it a whole lot. Thanks to Jason and Shannon and all the other fine folks for putting this on. So I guess this will be my kind of last dedication. I got a few more songs, but just hang in there. This is a kind of a tough one. I'd like to dedicate this one to anybody who's ever had a job. Or whatever, you didn't have to stay. You just kind of get it, hang out for a couple of shifts like I did at Taco Bell, or excuse me, Del Taco when I was 15. That's a whole nother story. We won't go into that. $2 for $1 burritos. A lot of brown wheat. So anyway, that's dedicated to anybody who's ever been to high school. Anyway, not everybody. Okay, middle school, elementary school, thinking about it, Trying to be inclusive here, like I said. Anybody who is kind of an overachiever, don't raise your hand. We don't want to feel bad for ourselves. If you had a job in high school, anybody had a job in high school? This one's for you. Anybody who ever applied for a job in high school? Anybody who applied for a job in high school and told their parents they didn't? Anybody who didn't apply for a job in high school and told their parents they did? Anybody who got the job in high school and told their parents they didn't? That'd be weird. Anybody who didn't get the job and told their parents they did? Anybody who walked out of this said imaginary job you may not have had to go do psychedelics in Cashiers, North Carolina on a Thursday in 1987 with your friends Chris and Johnny and Tony. And you're walking up that mountain and you're passing all those people who can't drive from Florida in Cashiers. and cussing the whole time. And you've got your fake leather jackets on with your skulls painted on the back, and you've got your cheap Sanyo small jukebox you stole from your brother and broke one of the speakers and while he was off at college. And you've got some exploded skulls painted on the side of that. And you're up there laying on the side of the rock on Whiteside Mountain overlooking Whiteside Cove, and you're listening to Black Sabbath's Paranoid record on this little cheap jukebox, and it's pretty amazing. Just as Planet Caravan comes on, the clouds get all these different colors, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful psychedelic hard rock instrumental that just really is the best. And your friend Tony's kind of on the edge of the mountain on the rock face, and he's wrapped around this little yellow flower, just like kind of like in a fetal position. And Tony's not on acid. He's just a little bit more spiritually in touch than most of your high school friends. And maybe because he dropped out, I don't know. So Tony's there on the edge of the mountain, and there's 6 or 7 hawks like flying above you, and the clouds are changing colors, and it's just this amazing experience. And Planet Caravan is just like kind of grooving you along, and all of a sudden you have this thought that, oh shit, what if Tony falls off the mountain and dies right in front of us? Which is never a good thought anyway. I mean, he's a great guy, and it's terrible. And definitely when you're on psychedelics, it's never a good experience to see that happen. I hope that's never happened to you. So just when you have this thought, oh crap, what if Tony falls off the mountain and dies in front of us, that the clouds get kind of dark. And then right as you're having the thought, oh shit, what if we all die up here on the mountain with Tony? Ozzy decides to stop Planet Caravan and scream that he's Iron Man at you in this louder than God voice, and scares the crap out of you. And then you realize you are going to all die up there on the mountain with Tony. And vultures don't fly. Hawks don't fly in 6 or 7 formation. There's a pretty good chance they're vultures. And then they're going to come down and they're going to eat your dead carcass up there with Tony. And then they're going to be tripping because that's the way that works, I think. And there's a pretty good chance that the cops are going to go to your parents' house and be like, oh, who gave the vultures the acid? And you're going to be dead, but your parents are still going to be living off that crap and dealing with you. Anyway, that's kind of a specific dedication, but we'll go back to dedicating this one to your high school job and your jealousies. And by the way, if you're still working on high school jealousies, I think we're all over that. I mean, you might want to work on that, and maybe find a therapist who isn't at a house concert drinking. You can do better, your insurance is better than that. Anyway, this one's about high school jealousy. And of course, I got this job that I hate. Oh man, you would hate my job. I'd sure quit it if I had half the money too. And that's the God's honest truth. You go with all the older girls, I bet you take them from my dreams. I'd give me one if I had half the looks too. Oh, why can't I be you? Oh, why can't I be you? I sit alone with my headphones while you get stoned at all the rock shows. Sorry, I call that like Ozzy's revenge. This is a house concert, so we'll just... Your folks don't know even care about what you do, and that's the God's honest truth. It seems like ever since we were young, you get everything and I get none. You got a Mustang and I ride the bus to school. Oh, why can't I be you? Oh, why can't I be you? Here come the vultures. Apparently the vultures in My Bad Trip are George Benson and Randy Newman fans. Maybe a little Gibby Haynes. I'm gonna find me some big old country boys. I'm making friends with some whiskey. just come and beat the hell out of you, then I wouldn't wanna be you, oh, I wouldn't wanna be you, oh, I wouldn't wanna be you. I used to think I knew the thing right up until the fall. And everything was broken. I'd almost missed the call. Oh, I might be afraid, but I won't be a slave, and I won't be ashamed of my heart. Whether it's old love, new love, true love, no love at all. Whether it's old love, new love, true love, no love at all. Oh, ain't it funny how a man can be a man and not a man? And how could anybody see if it's doing the best you can? Oh, I might be afraid, but I won't be a slave, and I won't be ashamed of my heart. Whether it's old love, new love, true love, no love at all. Whether it's old love, new love, true love, no love at all. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've got a couple of quick ones to do, and then we'll get Tyler up here and do his thing. I do have some records for sale, and Tyler does as well. Don't get the QR codes mixed up at the merch table or the Venmo accounts. And if you do, make sure it leans a little bit my way on this side. Is Tyler here? All right, this is the first song on the new record. I don't know where I'm going, and I know where I've been. I think my poor heart's growing, it will bloom again. Oh, today is a new day. There can be no other day. Oh, 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 oh. You move me, yes you do. If I take it easy on the water and don't burn in the sun, hit a ride slow and steady like it oughta. What's begun has begun, 'cause today is a new day. Honey, there can be no other day. Oh, 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 oh. You move me, yes you do. Ain't gonna feel bad about my healing. Let it roll if it rolls. I remember swinging from the ceiling, and my prisoners close. Some fly by me, some stay behind me. Well, I am where I am. If you wanna know where you can find me, baby, whip out your calendar, look up today, 'cause today is a new day. Honey, there can be no other day. Oh, 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 oh. You move me, yes you do. Yes you do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for coming out on this evening. Thank you. I've kind of stayed away from politics for the most part for the evening, and now I'm fixing to alienate half of you. Maybe, maybe not. I don't want to judge you like that, but I'm going to do it. It's my firm belief. And I kind of just have to not care what you think about this. I'm working on that in my therapy. Is it okay if I don't care what you think? Is that it's the ultimate codependent artist? Is it all right if I don't give a shit? Is that no, but seriously, I don't mean to get up on the soapbox here, but it's my firm belief that we need more death and dying and blood and guts in children's music, and I'll go to my grave with that. I mean, I'm part of the generation that grew up on, songs like Squishing Up the Baby Bumblebee and stuff like that. And this isn't anywhere that harsh. Think about that song. That's pretty twisted. No wonder we're half psychopaths. So you get this bumblebee that stings you, It's like, ow, it hurt me a little bit. It stings me a little bit. So I'll kill it, right? So I'm going to smash this thing up. And then not only that, I'm going to go to my mom and say, look, Mom, aren't you proud of me for killing this bumblebee? And to top it off, it has to be a baby bumblebee just to really drive home the point. Sorry, just working it out here. So anyway, this is going to be on my new children's record that I, for obvious reasons, won't be touring in support of because my dedications are a little too much for the children's section at your local library for that kind of tour. So maybe I'll get I'll be like the Beach Boys and like Brian Wilson and like quit touring and have somebody else go be my part. And maybe Jason Ringenberger or something. Sing my songs for me. Children's record. I've been threatening to do one for years, and if you guys buy a bunch of my secular records, is that what they're called, like non-children's records? That's gospel. No. Anyway, buy some of my adult material. It's all, there's no talking. between any of the songs, so, or even during the songs, just regular singing. So if you need a break from that, you know, if you like that, you know, if you like the talking and you don't really like the music, you know, you could just put some money in the bucket. All right. As I was walking through the valley, I felt no evil around me. I spotted a caterpillar crawling up a tree, and this is what he said to me. The life and process of a healing is much more than a warm fuzzy feeling. Spin your house and hang it from a tree limb, find out what you be. You must change or die.